Hello everyone, it's 𝔾𝕝𝕠𝕠𝕤𝕒 here, and today is the day that I'm launching my Global Business Boost. I'm doing this to put my work out into the world and support you, whoever's watching on the other side of the screen, to support your business, to support your workflow, to help you generate more prosperity and flow in your business world. I come from a business background, got a 𝔾𝕝𝕤𝕚𝕚 master's degree in international business studies, but I got involved in life alignment work 4 years ago, which is an incredible energy healing modality, and I'm using that today in order to help shift the energetics and blocks that might be in your work, in your businesses, creating that streamline, creating that flow. And today we're going to be using a life alignment tool called the Life Path, which looks like this. We're going to be going through an 8-week process for 8 different aspects on this life map. And each of these aspects has been already named. So we have a theme for each week's balance. And I will take you through this process. It'll take around 10 to 15 minutes. Today might be a little bit longer because there's some setup. And your job is just to feel into what the words that are coming up mean for you. How does it relate to your life? I'll ask some questions that are relevant to the theme of the day. And the task at hand is to feel whatever comes up. So this is an energetic healing modality. I've studied and practiced organizational alignment as well, which is a branch of life alignment, which deals specifically with balancing energy in organizations and helping organizations achieve greater flow, greater profitability, greater performance by releasing the blockages that are existing energetically in a business. So I'm using those skills within this balance in order to support the people out there. So this is the Global Business Boost. And the first thing that we'll do is focus on the core statement. Now the core statement, I've dosed. I use a pendulum like this, which is connected to my energy field, and I ask questions and go through lists and find the words that are relevant for each balance. So in this particular life map, this 8-week program, there's 4 words that will make up a statement for you. And this will become the overriding theme for the entire process. So take some time here, and whenever you feel like you need to pause the video so that you can take a moment to feel into it, think about it, and process whatever is coming up for you. So the first 4 words that we're going to be using, and this is also in order, we're going to make a statement from these words. So the first word is people, information networks, flow, and high-mindedness or high-minded. So personally, I've used those words in my own statement. Just to give you an idea, I connect with people using information networks that support the flow of my work and business to create high-minded awareness of myself and my offered value. So you can see I used all 4 words in order that I gave them to you. And just take a moment now, pause the video, and feel into those words: people, information network, flow, high-mindedness, and create a sentence or a statement of manifestation, something that you would like to achieve, a goal in your business, in your work, using those 4 words, just like I did. Great. Once you've done that, once you've got your manifestation statement, we're going to jump into the first aspect, which is the first balance that we're going to do today. And that what came up for that first aspect is the word grounding. Grounding. It can mean different things for different people. So whatever it means to you, connect with that right now. Grounding. And it could be related to your business, or it could be related to you personally. And now there's a story that helps our mind, our analytical function, connect with this particular energetic balance. And the 3 words have come up to help us connect anecdotally. The first word is remove, to remove something. The second word is unnatural. And the third is fear of depression. So if you put all those words together and just allow whatever and trust whatever percolates to the top, what comes up for you when you think of remove, unnatural, and fear of depression? To give you some examples, it could be something like needing to remove something unnatural in your life because there's a fear around it of depression, or it makes you depressed. So there's no particular order here. It might be about removing the fear of depression because you feel that's something unnatural in your life. So move these words around, play with them however you choose, and feel into the story, the narrative that comes up for you connected with those 3 words. And just trust whatever comes up. Generally the first thing, go with that. So just take a moment now, pause the video if you need to, and feel into what those 3 words mean to you. Remove, unnatural, and fear of depression. Great. Now that you've got your story, there's more information that wants to come in to help color that story for you. And what's coming in today is a manifestation, a physical manifestation, something that this balance wants to call into manifestation. And that is spiritual practice. So whatever that means for you, I mean, spiritual practices are varied and vast. It could be anything from yoga to breathing to walking in nature to meditation, whatever, or it could be about anything that means something connected to you to spiritual practice. So, and that would obviously be connected to your story. So in my particular instance, what's coming up for me is doing yoga in the mornings, which I don't often do. I do a very short sequence every now and then. And it's connected to this idea of removing unnatural, and this is just my interpretation of the words, removal of unnatural electromagnetic frequencies from my field or my daily life as much as I can, mitigating them, because I often feel that looking at the computer or being in a Wi-Fi cloud too long brings me down, makes me depressed, makes me feel heavy. That's just my interpretation. Yours will be individual for you. So once you've connected with your spiritual practice related to your story, I want you to feel into this. And this is the most important step of the balance. Allow yourself to just close your eyes and feel into what that story brings up for you. I mean, it could be anything. It could be a negative emotion. It could be a positive emotion. I mean, on the negative side, it might be anxiety or fear or even depression, as that was pointed out in the story. It might be nothing like this. It might be something positive that comes up for you. Just focus on what that feeling is. Just the emotional vibration. Just feel it. And feel where it is in your body that it's coming up. Just close your eyes, take a long deep breath, and just scan your body from head to toe and feel where the story is most amplified for you. There might be a memory. There might be a memory connected with the story in your past. It might be something that's a concept like mine is, which doesn't have a physical memory. Whatever it is, just allow yourself to feel where the resonance of that thought is in your body, that story, that thought, that memory. Allow yourself to feel it. And just notice the physical sensation. Wherever it is in your body is just a physical sensation. And allow your mind just to rest there, knowing that it doesn't need to shift or change, just needing your present moment awareness. And take some time here. If you want to pause the video to go into it more deeply, do that now. And when you're feeling the resonance of that emotion as a physical sensation in your body, ask yourself, when have I felt like this before in my life? And ask yourself, is there a pattern that I see playing out in my life relative to this feeling that's coming up? There might be, there might not be. Feel into what feels right for you. Anything that comes up for you is right. Just trust that. Notice it. Feel it even. What does this pattern feel like? If they're happy memories, feel those happy memories. If they're negative, allow the feeling of those negative memories to be there. Just allowing, inviting. Now the second question that comes up in this balance is, visualize a new situation from the old pattern. So picturing this old pattern in your mind's eye, how would you prefer it to end? So a favorable ending. And what's key here is also connect this to a spiritual practice. So perhaps the old pattern was you doing X, Y, Z, and instead of the way it ended like it did in the past, you see it ending differently. And you've connected that somehow to doing that morning practice, whatever's relevant for you. Could be taking a walk, grounding yourself in nature, taking off your shoes, whatever it is. Visualize it now. Take a few minutes, pause the video, and visualize that new situation as you would like it to be, instead of the old pattern playing out. How would you prefer the story to end? The next question that's coming up is, what is the lesson to learn here? So what is life, in a nutshell, trying to teach me here? What is my soul trying to show me through this experience, through this pattern that keeps coming up? And just take a moment to think and feel what that lesson is. What is it that life's trying to show you through this pattern? And now make a positive choice based on this lesson. A new choice, something empowering that you can bring forward into your life. Connected to the spiritual practice, connected to grounding. And start the statement with the root, I choose now to, and then fill in the blank. And make the sentence as short and punchy as you can, so that it has like real and it connects with you. It needs to have a vibration that you feel like, yes, this is the right sentence. So do that now. I choose now to. And whatever's right for you will come up. And you're allowed to wordsmith it, reduce it so that it is nice and energized, that sentence. Short, sharp, and sweet. So if you need to, pause the video and just take the time to complete that sentence, making a new positive choice for yourself. And now that you've done that, there's two integration pieces of work that you can do to help deepen and integrate this balance even further. One of them is to repeat that new choice to yourself every day for a week. Where we're going, this I'm going to do another balance for the next aspect next week. So for this week, just repeat every morning to yourself that statement, like a mantra. I choose now to, and your statement. And the other homework integration that's coming up for everyone to do, because this is a global balance, is some kind of exercise. So connect that to grounding, connect it to perhaps even your spiritual practice. Mine is yoga, and I feel like there is some level of exercise doing yoga barefoot on the grass. So feel into what that exercise is for you. One size doesn't fit all. It might be running, it might be cycling, it might be taking a walk in nature, it might be yoga, it might be stretching. Whatever feels right for you, do that 3 times this week, whatever it is. And I will see you next week. I hope you all feel grounded in the week forward. And the next aspect that we'll be working with is withdrawn. So what's interesting here about this particular balance is that the card that is on our first aspect of grounding is the presence card. Now this is all about centering, grounding ourselves, bringing ourselves back into presence, which is, in my view, very similarly aligned with grounding. Then going back to next week, the aspect will be withdrawn, and we'll be using the heart card and the presence card for that. I'll see you all next week.